Hey, I just moved, so I don't know if this is where I'm going to be recording indefinitely. I got a 2-year lease, so I got like probably 2 more videos before I got to move out anyway. But yeah, no, if y'all don't like the spot, just let me know, and I'll just buy a new house. But hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Bolt. I've been meaning to make this video for a while, but I've been lazy. But let's talk about AI art real quick. Furry's making AI art, right? I feel that it is my civic duty, my little Honda civic duty, to talk about this. So I will. It was also this other Twitter user's Honda civic duty to do it as well. I'll read it to you right now. And like, listen, I'm all about freedom of speech. I'm all about speaking your mind and being true to yourself. But that doesn't that doesn't mean you can't be fucking wrong. And that's totally okay. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've talked about it before and I'll talk about it again. But like, truthfully, I got into the fandom by just like straight ripping art, you know what I mean? I would find a cute furry AMV to trace, not even trace, I'll just screenshot and color over. I would just do shit like that, and I was an artist. In my eyes, I was an artist. Also, a huge shout out to Blue Yo Kitty, and as well as I am extending my apologies to you as well. I had to have been at least like, I don't know, like 11 or 12 or something like that. Also, by the way, I might mention, I never made money off of art that I just like straight up ripped. Now I'm not a child, nor as stupid. So I understand that that's just fucking wrong, you know? What? My girlfriend has a Windows computer and I don't know how to turn off. I have a Mac because I'm stupid. I just said I was smarter, but not by much. I just know now that ripping people's art off is not the move. And that's just like essentially what AI art is. And just in case you aren't aware of how AI art is made, it works through a process known as diffusion. Essentially, huge databases are scraped together to train the AI, and through a technical process, the AI is able to devise a new content that resembles the training data but isn't entirely identical. So if you give the system the prompt dog, it's able to lay down pixels in the shape of an entirely novel dog that resembles the data set close enough that we wouldn't have no issue labeling it as a dog. And it's not like spot on, you know what I mean? I feel like everybody at this point has seen AI art and how they can't do hands to save their life. And just non-respectfully, everything looks so fucking soulless. This guy deleted his Twitter, so I have no fucking issues talking about it. But there is this person I follow that would, oh, my face is itchy. They would make AI art to like promote their streams, and it was like their persona in like a Fortnite skin, and that shit was fucking ugly. AI art is just fucking ugly, and I'm sorry, but you can't convince me otherwise. I remember I saw this a while ago, but there was like this picture of Legoshi eating ramen. I'm gonna throw it up right here, but how fucking ugly. Bro is like sweating ramen out of his body. I'm not gonna credit the Twitter user that made the post because that's like kind of their thing. And like, look, I completely understand how cool the concept of AI is. You know, it's really wild that we are living through this like technical revolution. On the same hand, this is so scary for anyone, like actually anyone in a creative field. Things like art, music, and like most other creatives typically need an actual human being to sit down and do it. We've evolved in a way where technology can assist in specific practices, which is sick. You know what I mean? That's cool. But to me and many other creatives in many other fields, this is scary. In this video, I'm mainly focusing on digital art, but this isn't limited to just like digital art. But what's even worse in my opinion is how I was saying before that like these AI technologies will take a database and make a new image. Artists do not have consent whether or not their art gets put into these databases. So it's like stealing, like it's dead ass fucking stealing, like what? And this was totally part of a bigger argument that has been going on most of this year. So just to summarize that super quick, July 14th through November 9th of this year, the Screen Actors Guild, American Federation of Television and Radio Arts, aka SAG-AFTRA, went on one of the biggest labor strikes since 1988, along with the 2023 Writers Guild of America strike, which ended in September 27th of 2023. It was part of a series of broader labor disputes in Hollywood. Both the 2023 SAG-AFTRA and WGA strikes contributed to the biggest interruption to the American film and television industry since COVID-19. One of the key issues in these negotiations was residuals, which essentially Netflix and like other like streaming services like that are completely taking over live television. So a lot of movies, TV shows, all that jazz are getting put onto these streaming services. However, actors and other creatives are not getting paid for this work. And that's not fair because they deserve money. Further issues in this were like self-tape auditions as well as the use of AI technology. There are so many concerns regarding AI about job displacement and like people not getting jobs because AI is ultimately cheaper. It's ultimately cheaper for shittier work. But companies don't give a fuck. Companies want more money in their pocket. And if they don't want to pay for an artist to draw them up or whatever it is, then they're not gonna. You know what I mean? Did y'all see that fucking Disney tweet? Like, what was it, for Thanksgiving? That shit was horrific. That was from fucking Disney. I'm just like literally like use AI art. Is disgusting. It's so fucking ugly. Not only the art, but just like the practice in itself. Because Disney can't afford to not only hire, but pay an artist well. And they're just like, let's go the AI route of like some fucking illustration they did a couple years ago. Like, it's just dumb. Imagine, let's say hypothetical, ready? So, you go into an interview for like some illustration gig and you're sitting in the waiting room all cool, whatever, and you talk to the person next to you and they're like, oh my god, yeah, here's my portfolio, I use AI, and imagine they the fuck get it. Imagine they the fuck get it. But no, to circle back to the tweet I was mentioning before, if you truly seek change rather than attention, then direct your criticism to those creating and selling these data sets. Have you ever considered, I could be mad at both. I could be mad at both of you guys. First of all, fuck the companies that steal art from people non-consensually, absolutely. But also, fuck the people who know that this is happening, know how the practice takes place, and they're still like, I gotta promote my Twitch stream for Fortnite. No one's forcing a furry to use AI art, you know what I'm saying? No one has a gun to your head and it's like, if you don't create some fucking Legoshi eating ramen art right now, like maybe, perhaps, methinks you should just practice art. But what? And then maybe, just maybe, you might get the right amount of ramen on the Legoshi shirt. You never know. But I feel like one of the really big arguments in the whole AI discussion is like, oh, like I don't have the time to practice. I don't have the time to sit down with a pen and paper. I don't blame you, but that's just what it takes to be a creative, you know what I mean? You need to spend time on your craft to get better. Because I feel like everybody assumes that all these really good artists just come out the gate fucking swinging, just good as hell at art, which isn't the case. If you really care about a craft that you want to get into, you have to be interested in the craft, first of all. But second, you have to practice. You can't just pick up a fucking hobby and just be amazing right off the bat, especially like art. I feel like the best way that I can relate it to myself is just like video work. I've been making videos since I was like 12, and I am closer to 30 than I am 20. So it takes time, you know what I mean? And I'm not out here to say like, oh, I'm the best editor ever. No, I'm just happy with where I'm at in my editing skill. It's rewarding. By the way, like I can't imagine like cranking out some AI art and being like, woo, hard day at the office type shit. You know what I mean? Like, no, you didn't do anything but type a few keywords into a search bar and steal fucking Falvey's art. It's not the same. I'm gonna circle back to this, but like AI can do so much good. Absolutely. But anyway, yeah, ceasefire now, and don't pay off your student loans. Y'all have a good night.